Today's episode is definitely a stressful one because it's going to go one of two ways. We're either going to smash this today with all the prep work I've done, win a load of games, you guys think I'm good at the game again and you're nice to me in the comments section, and we're all going to rejoice and have a really good time as we start pushing for Champions League football. The second option is being sacked though, and I would really not like to start my FC24 career being sacked. But there is a slight possibility of that happening considering we're 13th in the league on 16 points and there is a gap of 12 points between us and 4th place. But we're not going to dwell on that too much because we do still have 72 million and the January transfer window opens at the end of this month, and we all already know that it's going to be a massive window for Tottenham because after a massive injury to Heung-min Son, which sees him out still for another 7 weeks, and the same issue with Christian Romero both getting broken toes, we have missed these lads so much. Son still has a month to go. Romero will be back before the window opens. Now people have suggested that Van de Ven shouldn't be getting game time and Vicario potentially not. Now Vicario could be swapped out. We maybe give Foster or Lloris a little bit of game time considering his performances haven't been good. Van de Ven, we don't have a bloody choice. Maybe I play Højbjerg there. I am also assuming that everybody is absolutely fuming and frustrated with me, probably because of the results on the pitch, or at least I'm hoping it's the results on the pitch. When I look through, a lot of it is team performance by the looks of it. There is some play time for certain players that aren't getting it, and we knew certain players would be upset because we're trying to move them out of the club. But it does look like team performance and player performance will really impact your players' morale this year because you can see he's unhappy with his own performance and the team's performance. And Brennan Johnson is fuming, mate. So it is nice to see that. I don't know if I'm enjoying seeing orange faces everywhere, but I do quite like when the team's not performing, you're going to get more unhappy players. I'm wondering as well if there's a dynamic in this year's game where one of these guys would actually ask to be sold because they're not happy with how the team's performing. If that is the case, that is sick. If you'd experienced that so far, let me know because I think that's awesome. Now, we're changing tactics yet again because this is what we do here. I'm going back to Gegenpress. I'm going back to it because we had more success with Gegenpress than what we've had with the others. But someone said play a similar formation to what we're playing now, but more narrow. The problem is, though, is we've got wingers. So are the wingers going to fit this formation correctly? If we play this narrow, it does suit us because it's 2 CDMs/CMs. They're going to play those roles consistently together. We'll probably help with our defending, but do we want 2 cams or do I choose this and then just pop out and make them wingers? I mean, it's not affected Kulusevski at all. Not really affected Solomon. Okay, so we're going to do it. We're going to play this narrow then for the first game of this episode. Let's see how we get on. Right, so after heeding your advice, we're going to do something a little bit crazy in this game. Hugo Lloris is back between the sticks. I'm not sure this is the right decision, but we'll find out together. And Højbjerg is going to play at centre-back. I'll no longer be having a mental breakdown after this episode is done. We're going to be called a tactical genius after this one today because we're not going to win 1. We're not going to win 2. We're going to win all of our games in this episode. Let's sign a Mad Diallo, who is quick. I do not want to concede earlier. Joe Linton, good shot. Lloris, big save. That is why we put him in today. I mean, who knows? Does he have a new contract? Do we keep him here forever? He's made 1 save. We're going to calm down, but still, I'm happy. That 1 save could be a difference maker for us. We're at home as well, so I really need to start knocking off these clean sheets. Oh, God, what a massive save again. Fabian Schär there in a wicked position. Please just don't do that again, Harvey Barnes. That was a really good cross, and I didn't like it. Well in, you doji. Finale, out wide. Has been all Newcastle, but I haven't really given them much so far. Barnes into Isaac. What's he done there? That was interesting. Emerson Royale dealing with that perfectly. And it'd be nice for us to have a little bit of possession, but I guess the whole point of a Gegenpress is kind of to be able to break away. And so far, it does not feel like we've done that once. And that ball from Brennan Johnson is shocking. Finale. Lost that one in. Højbjerg's clearances have not been great so far, but we will take that. Brennan Johnson, for once, commits a good pass. Dusan Vlahovic has gone clean through. This is a massive moment. Last time he went clean through, he didn't score. This time he goes clean through, he does score it. Maybe against the run of play, Newcastle may have been all over us, but Yorkie's been learning how to defend on squad battles. And you know how painful squad battles are, but I needed to get better at this game. Vlahovic makes it 1-0 Tottenham. Can we hold on, though? Ripping out. With pace. With pace. Destiny was there. Sorry, Emerson was there. James Maddison there. Is he playing him in again? Okay, it's fine. It's down the line. It's not ideal. I'm going to pull this one back and try and link it into Maddison. And that nearly worked out perfectly. But it's half-time and we have a lead. I don't think I've said the words "we have a lead" very often in this series, but I'll get used to it because we're going to start having leads and stuff because we're going to be good at football now. Going into Bentancur. Bentancur wanted someone. He wanted someone, anybody but Dusan wasn't there. We're going to recycle the football. Suma, back to Dusan. Keeps it up, Madison. That is good. Into Manar Solomon. Oh, what a save. Good play again from Tottenham, though. Mads is pretty decent at whipping these balls in. We've got a bit of height there in Dusan, but so did in Sven Botman. Madison's going to whip another one in. Good ball. This time, Dusan should win it, and Dusan's going to bag a brace. It's 2-0. We still have a clean sheet, and we look set to win. Newcastle, I will add, have not looked good in the simulation so far this season. I've noticed it upon several saves as well that I've tried out. They don't seem to sim very well. There's always a few teams like that, and weirdly, Mega Rich Newcastle are one of those. But what a headed goal from Dusan. Coming in clutch. Contemplated today as well, starting Richarlison. But Dusan really, in the last episode, was the only shining light in terms of goal. Dusan's touch is really good. That strength there is really good from Dusan. He's going to need someone, though, isn't he? Oh, he's going to cut it back himself. Dusan Vlahovic creates space for a hat-trick, and Pope saves it. Can we whip it back across? We can. But Brennan Johnson was always offside. So we're going to complete our first win in 7 and our first clean sheet of the entire season. That is a massive relief for this side, and hopefully we can take this forward now. 2 sets of good news then. Real Salt Lake are coming in for Austin, who I just haven't been able to get away. Free contract, fine, but this is the big one. Christian Romero is returning to the team, and we need him very, very quickly. I still think we need another centre-back in January, but this is a massive moment. To have him back in the team could be huge, especially if we can pick up form now. Forest up next then. We don't need to know who their danger man is. It's obviously Taiwo Awani. He's scored 6 goals this season, but it hasn't helped Forest too much because their last 5 matches have seen them draw every single one of them. This game for us, though, we'll see a rare start for Ashley Phillips in at centre-back. Hugo Lloris will keep his place in our starting 11. We have rotated a little bit with a Man City game coming up next in the Cup. I believe it's the quarter-final. This will also be the first opportunity to see Pap Sarr at camp. So it's at the Forest ground as well, so a clean sheet we don't have to worry about as much. Don't get me wrong, we still want a clean sheet, but it's not the main approach. I think the thing in this one is just another good performance and a victory. We just need to keep putting points on the board to put us in the chase. That was very good from Johnson. He's really starting to grow on me, and he was suggested by you guys quite heavily. Dusan! Oh, mate, imagine if that's how we started this game. Dusan, though, he's the guy up top right now. He is the guy up top. No Madison today, so Manar Solomon will whip this one in, and he's whipped it in. Very good. Dusan did score a corner in the last game. That one's just over the bar. I'm interested to see how Sarr does in this position, because if he doesn't do well, I'm starting to think of changing Solomon to that position. Skip. Oh my God, Brennan Johnson. Brennan Johnson whip it across. Ah, he just couldn't get the ball across, but that was nice. Oliver Skip getting a rare start as well. I need to start giving some of these younger boys opportunities. When we aren't performing, I'm just being a bit sloppy with it, to be honest with you, and then rinse and repeating with the team. And you guys kind of opened my eyes to the fact that we've got players here. We've got youngsters. Now this is a very good free kick position for Yorkie to score his first on the game this year. And Dusan does seem like the guy to be over it. It is weird to know that Dusan Vlahovic is probably the best guy for these free kicks, but let's see what unfolds here. Will it be a goal? Of course it will. Dusan Vlahovic, we get a trophy as well. But oh my God, this guy, he's just been unreal. I'm genuinely loving the signing of Dusan. Do we keep 15? Do we change it? So many people suggested too many different bloody numbers. I think right now 15's okay, but what a free kick this is. Oh, I'm so happy we get our first free kick out of the way as well. We score one early doors. We've got him bagged an early goal. All we need to do now is hold on. We did it in the last game, but I would prefer for us to be able to punish teams at points. You know what I mean? Get a little bit fancy with this. We've got some skillful players on this team. Go on, Pedro. And I would like to get a bit fancy with it. I'm going to tell you something. Playing a ton of squad battle games did help. I know I dogged on the game a little bit. There is still definite issues in the gameplay for me, but playing a lot of those squad battle games and kind of just fine-tuning myself against the AI has helped me massively. I feel much more comfortable on the game now. Out to Bentancur. Why not? Finesse shot. Can I get the ball back in the box? We're causing him a lot of issues early. There's San-Julian Draxler. Is that a deal that happened in real life? What a signing. We've let him just wander straight through in behind him. Being mesmerised by him, but oh, that's a good signing for Nottingham Forest if they did it in real life. He's got a wealth of experience. Brennan Johnson now, though, can bring this forward. I really want Oliver Skip, but I'm not going to get him. I'm going to go into Dusan, who could turn on it. It didn't really turn sharp enough. Tried to link up with Brennan. We're going to keep the football, though. Brennan Johnson is going to end up on it in the end. I'm going to get it out here to Destiny Udoji. Ah, look at this. They are plugging the box nicely, and that ball from Oliver Skip to Dusan was not good enough. Taiwo Awani. Going to be up against Van der Ven. Screaming and shouting his name in the last episode. Oh, I've been ball rolled. That's a great goal. I genuinely think the issue with that position is you have to jockey. With the jockey, your play doesn't really do anything until you press the circle button. That's the defending this year. And I was so nervous to press it with Destiny that he just ball rolled beyond me. It was a good finish as well. Top bins. Don't need a clean sheet here, though. We just need to score another goal. But they've done exactly what they needed to do at the start of this second half and get back into the game. I think we need to just speed up our build-up a little bit. Johnson, not there to skip. He wants to get that out to Manal Solomon. Solomon then into Dusan. Look at this. I can't. Genuinely, they've got so many bodies back there. It's going to be near impossible. That was a handball. We had handballs on in the box. That would have been a handball. But I'm finding it so hard to break them down. We've committed. Julian Draxler. Don't let him pull it back. Pedro, we did. It's the same lad again. He's going to ball roll me. Taiwo, what a save, Hugo Lloris. I can smell when there's danger. We need to make some changes. We're going to bring on James Maddison. Let's see if that has an impact. And we're going to bring on Kulusevski as well. A little bit more strength out there on the right. Apart from that, I'm going to keep things as they are. Maybe not. Oliver Skip hasn't been good enough. Let's bring on Basuma. We're going to have to go out wide again now. Manal Solomon. Oh, he's done brilliantly there. Pulls it back to Dusan Vlahovic. Oh, what a stunning goal. Solomon has come in the absence of Son and been really good. But Dusan again with a brace. Oh, we are back in the lead. And I do feel bad taking him off on a hat-trick, but I need him for the Man City game. So on comes Richarlison. Quite a good run from Manal Solomon. He is my danger man today. That's a depth touch from him. I could go back inside to Maddison. He's going to turn. He's going to shoot. Oh, what a save. Solomon with a corner. This should be the last action of the game. Oh my god, it's not going to land to Richarlison. It didn't. But this should be the last action of the game. Bentancur, why not go for it? Oh, he's forced to save. Maddison will score with the last action of the game. It's going to be 3-1. And we are going to have back-to-back victories. Can you believe it? And with those back-to-back wins, it sees us fly up to 11. Not much, but to be fair, we're now on 22 points, which is a lot better than where we were. And we're slowly climbing. Liverpool, though, it's like an 11-point gap now instead of a 12-point gap. So this is definitely a stark improvement for this Spurs side. And although we want Champions League football this season, I probably would settle for Europa League at this stage after the run of form we've been on. This run of form might not continue though, as we have Man City next in the Carabao Cup quarter-final. And it's a game that starts off a very tough run for the Spurs side as we play Everton 2 days after, Brighton 2 days after that, and then 3 days after Brighton, Bournemouth. Which means we've unfortunately had to heavily rotate for this game against Manchester City. This will be the 11 that has an opportunity to get us to the semi-final of a cup. Seems like City are taking this one very seriously as well. Likes of Erling Haaland playing up top. They've got a few youngsters in there, but the fact that KDB and Erling Haaland are in shows that they actually want to go through in this quarter-final. Grealish piling forward now, giving him a little bit too much space. Højbjerg's had to go out there, and Højbjerg again there doing a great tackle until Emerson Royale just gets in his way. And Yell over there to Sassignon. Bad at getting forward, is he? Is that going to be a good ball to Maddison? Edison's there, but that was nice build-up play. We don't feel like we're the weaker opposition right now in this match. Emerson Royale. Let's get that one into Maddison. And Maddison just wants to find a way to loft it into Richarlison. Oh my god, what a stunning goal. James Maddison is another huge difference maker, and Richarlison will be over the moon with this. He gets the goal against Manchester City to give us the lead. Grealish now against Emerson Royale. Marking tightly. Go on, Emerson. He's not seen too many. You guys definitely wanted me to keep him, though. That was naughty. How has that not been? Okay, it has been given. That was naughty from Haaland. Oh, so we've got a major player on the move here. Undefined. He's a -1 top prospect. Apparently, he's leaving us to go to Girona. He's an academy boy. You guys don't know that much about him, but -1's going to be a very good player for us. Certainly wouldn't say this has been a pretty game for us so far. We've just defended well, and we haven't let them score yet. We've not really been good going forward. Not much has really happened. We've blocked a lot of shots, and O'Reilly for them has been a bit sloppy, the youngster. I think that's literally it of note. That first half was just that one chance for us and then trying to hold on for DLI. And I don't see that changing. I think we're going to be holding on for DLI for pretty much the rest of this game. Right, he'll turn his man. He's going to go into Richarlison. He's going to go into Oliver Skip. This is a very good position for Oliver Skip. Probably not the man you wanted in that position. Certainly choose him usually in the starting 11 more for his defensive and ball-winning capabilities in the middle of the park, not his ability to find the back of the net. Erling has not had a good performance so far, like he does normally. Oh, that's beautiful. Hang on, fair enough. Kovacic into Bernardo Silva. It's 1-1. We managed to escape the danger for a decent amount of this game, but they've kicked it up a notch here at the start of the second half. They've had 59% possession and only one shot on target. They've had more than one shot, but only one on target. Shows what we've kind of restricted them to, but we've only had 2 on target. We haven't been good. That Oliver Skip chance in our goal, so the performance from us has not been good. They've just brought on Julian Alvarez. Hopefully, he can't have too big of an impact, as Jonathan Tah did brilliantly there. Just get the ball away in some capacity. They're going to keep it. KDB again, and we're just getting a little bit lucky. I guess you need a bit of luck when you play someone like Man City. Oh, that's not good luck, though. Jonathan Tah giving the ball away. Grealish piles forward with it. KDB shot blocked by Skip. We'll give away the corner. Still a short corner thing. From sides, really. Still a short corner thing. Brian Hill needed to do better. He didn't. Rodri's on the pitch and Skip blocks it again. Feels like we're moments away from conceding. Oh, I don't like that. In towards Haaland. Well in, Højbjerg. Knocks it on to Maddison. Maddison spots Richarlison, starting to make a run, but I go into Basuma, and Basuma makes a wrong choice, but we are going to win it back into Richarlison. Then in the end, he's found Brian Hill. This is a big moment for Brian Hill. Ederson saves it. It wasn't hit hard enough. That was sloppy, and that might be our final chance. Knocks it forward to Richarlison. This could be the final chance, actually. Gonna go inside. Maddison. Oh, he's gonna be Oliver Skip again, of all people. Oliver Skip, the academy boy, might be booking our place in a semi-final. What a massive moment. He kept being the open man when we were attacking in this second half. I didn't think that he'd ever find the back of the net. His shooting is shocking. But Oliver Skip, my hero, is potentially sending us through to the semi-final, and this would be 3 wins in a row. That was a very, very hard game of football. But it was a very, very hard game of football that we have gone and won. Oh, I can't believe it. Semi-final opportunity for silverware. Spurs fans at this stage surely don't care what silverware they get. They just want some. Just taking a look at some of the other quarterfinal games, and this is one thing I've never seen before. Newcastle Manchester United drew, and Man United won 18-17 in penalties on FIFA. That is insane. Now, we have received an approach for Hugo Lloris, and he's played well in the last couple of games, but I do think he's going to go in real life, so I think we're going to let him go as well. It's surely only a matter of time before Vicario needs to be our #1 again. Plus, he's got really high wage demands, and I don't want to pay him a load of money. Next up in this crazy run of games we have, though, we did play Everton in the league, and we get a 3-1 victory. Destiny Udogie Sarr again playing in that cam position. And with that, I actually think it might be time to start retraining Sarr to play at cam. I feel like he could be useful there, and it's only going to take him 10 weeks. Also, with Romero coming back, it's time to change his plan to all-out performance so we can get him sharp to be back in the starting 11. So this is interesting and something we're going to use this year. Højbjerg's come to us. He's very unhappy because of game time. I don't really think this was something in the past that was as prominent as it should have been. And so far this year, it seems like it's a lot more prominent. So he's come to me. He said he wants to leave. So I'm going to let him leave. I think the time is right. He isn't getting the game time he should do. We're going in a different movement right now. And although he's 85 rated overall, and he's played a little bit at centre-back for us, with us planning on bringing in a new centre-back, there's not really going to be the time for Højbjerg. Next up was Bournemouth in the league, and all we could muster was a 1-1 draw. Dusan Vlahovic bagging another goal for us. This is probably a game we maybe should have won, but a team like Brighton, they're so good, I'm happy to take a point on an away day. Time to take on Brighton then. They're having a very good start to the season. If we win this game, we have the opportunity to leapfrog them. A lot of that is down to the performances, though, of Levi Garcia up top. He's someone you've recommended heavily, and I'll be coming up against my old Leeds faithful in Sinistera and Tyler Adam. We've been forced into a few changes for this one, like playing Brennan Johnson on the left-hand side. But the big news, of course, is Romero being back for his first game since injury. 12 goals already this season for Dusan Vlahovic. Is he on his way to being the Premier League top goal scorer? I don't know, but that was a quick way to get into the game. That's literally the only scene we saw. Now, since going to the more narrow formation, a lot of people suggested it, so I want you to be patting yourselves on the back. But since going to it, we've been a lot more compact with the gegenpress, which I think has helped massively. It's made us so much more difficult to break down, and it's actually really impacted us hugely. Emerson Royale coming in has impacted us as well. He's been very good. As ball wasn't really good enough. That ball in behind to Cliver is going to be, and we're going to fall to a 1-0 deficit straight off the bat. Jonathan Tah's going to have to pick himself up after that mistake. That pass was just not good enough, and it left us wide open. I don't care now to play that one ahead. Oh, that's beautiful. Have I got another ball ahead? I do. Straight into Dusan. Good footwork from Dusan Vlahovic, and he's never going to miss in that position. It is 1-1. What a breakaway. Bournemouth have dominated possession so far, but we finally get the breakaway that we needed. Just remembered as well, Rayleigh could have done with a clean sheet in this game, but does it matter? Dusan Vlahovic has really turned it up a notch in recent games. I'm so happy with the signing of Dusan. And Johnson hassling it. I tell you what, he's been very good as well. I mean, technically not sound. Needs to improve in some of the areas technically. Oh, that's a good ball across though. Oh, what a save, Vicario. Simmers found Madison. Just always a danger. I feel like Vlahovic right now is a bit of a danger as well though. Bentancur. Oh, he's found that behind for Johnson. Johnson's clever. Vlahovic! Oh, my God! It's going to be 2-1 to Tottenham. And that man again. Dusan Vlahovic. He really has become special. But I tell you what, it's Brendan Johnson as well at the minute. That's another assist to his name. He's causing all kinds of issues out wide. Oh, Sinisterra's crossed that in well nice. Oh, my God, Vicario. That's a big save. And he hurt his head there. Did you see him smash it? Against the bar. Levi Garcia drifts into all kinds of dangerous positions. Can't say Jonathan Tar's having a fun day of football. I don't think he's enjoying himself out there. 70% win probability. I haven't seen many of these. I thought we'd see more flash up. I've not seen much of them, but that is one of them. I quite like that. The win probability there coming up. Oh, Brennan Johnson won that back. Passing recently has been a lot better. Dusan then. Linking up with Madison. Madison, Fred's. How can you blow the whistle there? I forgot to put the face cam back on while taking pictures for thumbnails. But how do you blow up there? Oh, Madison won that back. Dusan Vlahovic. Oh, he's done really well. Found Kulusevski. Kulusevski. Oh, it's tame. It's very tame. I've been in this position so many times now this year that I'm really not prepared for the heartbreak. I want a better run, and Madison is going to supply that better run. Oh, that's great from Tyler Adams. That's what he brings to a team. Gets in there and cuts off Madison, because that surely would have been 3-1. And at 3-1, I'm not sure Bournemouth will be able to get back into this. Is that another good ball? Tyler Adams again. He's boxing off James Madison right now. Mero out to Kulusevski. Been quite involved. I'm going to go Madison again. That wasn't the ball from Kulusevski any of us expected. Dusan holds that up, though. That was beautiful. Emerson Royale is going to draw it back to Dusan Vlahovic for his hat-trick. And Dusan will complete the hat-trick. It's 3-1 Tottenham. We are on fire. Great hold-up play by Dusan. Everything is going through that man right now. He's earned this hat-trick. Erling Haaland, who? I feel like we have had a little bit of luck in this one, though, because look at the Levi Garcia chance that they had. If that goes in, it's a different game. I think we've got a little bit lucky, but we need it. It's about time we had a bit of luck go our way. If you guys are wondering what we changed slider-wise as well, I meant to mention this. I've just put position marking up for the user to 56. The CPUs is still the same at 50, because I feel like 50 is okay. We've changed our injuries, and then someone mentioned to put the acceleration up, so we've tried it. I put the acceleration to 53 for us. That is the only changes we have made to the sliders. I was tempted to change the goalkeeper ability for both, but I've left it at 50 for now. I still might change that, but just wanted you guys to know kind of roughly what we've tweaked. I don't want to make any drastic slider tweaks early on into the game because this will be patched. So if you make drastic ones, I feel like it's going to lead to issues and you're going to have to keep rechanging them. Whereas if we have to tweak the sliders back, it's not going to take me much. Ball just hasn't really gone out in this game, so I've had no subs, so everyone's going to be knackered. Luckily for us, it's international break after this. Dusan nearly bagging another goal there. Oh, he's still got a bit of space, but Madison's ball isn't good enough. I like this as well. The most fatigued, as you can see, it's Dusan Vlahovic. Are we surprised? Definitely not. Another victory for Yorkie and Tottenham, but this one really belongs to that man, Dusan Vlahovic. Because right now, as things stand, Dusan has 15 goals in 15 matches in the Premier League. He has been unplayable. He is the top of the goal scorers list for the Premier League in this current moment in time, and him and James Madison are linking up very well. He's got 5 goals and 9 assists to his name too. And all of this is without Heung-min Son in the team. I'm super excited for when he comes back. I think he can have a huge impact in this team. Also, just taking a quick look at the academy, we have Lance Talbot, who, I don't know, he could become very good. We'll be keeping an eye on that potential range in the next couple of episodes, but he's a very pacey guy at the moment. Will he be a cam? I do not know. I think he'll probably end up being a a winger. The good news with Sam Small is this guy looks like he's going to be the next Harry Kane. He's going to be an absolute beast. At 6'3", left-footed, his potential range is between 92 and 94. We don't want to be rushing him into the first team, but this is definitely the striker of the future for Tottenham Hotspur. Just like that then, the window opens. We've got a couple of cup games for the next episode, and now we can really start to work in this transfer window. And this is the shortlist we're rocking with at the moment. There's a few players now that we wouldn't be able to get, like Arnau Martinez and Lemorman, because they have made big moves already. But there's still quite a lot of players in here. I do genuinely think our centre-back might be Mark Gahey, but I don't know. I will wait for feedback as I always do. There's still a few players in here you can see that are being scouted. And we need the 3 North American. So there is always that to think about. And I've spotted quite a few of them. Malik Tillman looks good. So did Buchanan. So I think we will knock off the North American thing with probably young players that we will actually use in the squad. I might just have to sign one that we won't really game time out. I'm really happy with his team at the minute. I think we're performing well. But this list of players looks very good. We will, of course, add more and more as you guys keep giving your suggestions. I always try and add as many players as possible to the shortlist to pull from when we enter the transfer window. And with the results in this episode, it does see us move up to 10th place in the league. That's a little bit of an improvement. That's 3 places, but it does keep us on pace with top 4. We definitely need to still keep going on a run. We'll take on Manchester United in the next episode in the league, and we are 11 points away from West Ham. But I believe once European football starts again, those teams will drop points and we can continue to climb this table. But that's going to be it for this episode, boys. Thank you very much for the support. I can't believe how well this series is doing, and I feel so much better at the end of this one, knowing that we got some good results. I can't wait for the next one now, the January transfer window. Such a fun time on career mode. Make sure to keep your eyes peeled for that one. Appreciate you all, and I will see you for the next one.